Hey, I'm Jerry. If you didn't know, I run this channel called Nobatech. I haven't really been posting that much lately, but we're back at it, and I'm excited to share about today's video because it's something you don't really see much on this channel. Couple announcements. Been super busy, currently working full-time, but I'm also running a few different things outside of that. If you didn't know, Nobatech is my only channel. I actually started a sneaker, fashion, kind of hypebeast channel, which is one of my passions and is a lot of fun for me. I actually have some sneaker reviews on this very channel. Try to go find them. They did pretty well, and it's just something that I had a lot of fun doing, so I made a separate channel. It's called Cactus Thread. I'll put a link in the description below. Go subscribe, support me in my new endeavor. And also, if you didn't know, I have a third channel, which is called Noba Media. Also drop that in the link below. My wife and I actually started that channel together, and we have our own wedding videography business. We both love shooting weddings. We actually just shot a wedding this past weekend, and we just posted a new wedding video a couple weeks ago, so check that out. Go show some Nobatech love, subscribe to all three channels, check out my one Cactus Thread video that's currently out, and go smash that like button on all my wedding videos. So today's video is in no way a full crazy review with specs and spreadsheets and all that. This is my personal opinion, something that I've been keeping from you guys for quite some time now, but I picked up an Android phone, the Galaxy S8 to be exact, and I've been using it since launch day. But at that time I was crazy busy finishing up grad school, so I had zero time to do any videos whatsoever. So that's why I had that giant hiatus. But we're back at it, and I'm here to share with you my personal opinion and my personal experience with the Galaxy S8, what I liked, what I didn't like, and to share with you some recommendations. Got a super important announcement at the end of this video. It'll definitely benefit one of y'all out there, so make sure you stick around and hopefully one of you gets pretty lucky. So my overall experience with this phone is it's an amazing phone, but it's not the phone for me. So the S8, first off, I absolutely love the design. Overall, I can't get over how small a footprint this phone is, but the screen size is still huge. Compared to coming from the iPhone 7 Plus, where that phone was gigantic, having that smaller footprint but not really needing to sacrifice that screen real estate has been a very welcome change. Battery life, can't really complain, pretty standard comparing it to my iPhone, but I love that when I run out of battery, that fast charging is so quick to charge my phone up. One of my favorite features about this phone is that it is USB-C, and my MacBook Pro is USB-C, and I always have that and my MacBook Pro charger with me, so love that about this phone. I wish that the iPhone 10 was USB-C. That would make it so much better. Also in the box, you get a pretty decent pair of earbuds, which is kind of cool because this phone does have a headphone jack, which was something that I also welcomed back into my life. The speaker on this phone is decent. It's not that loud at all. The speaker's just on the bottom right-hand corner of the phone. Not that great, especially when paired with headphones. For some reason, even with the volume limiter feature off, I don't know why. This phone is just so quiet, and it was something that was super frustrating. The camera on this guy, spec-wise, actually really good, but it just could not compare to my iPhone. And I'm talking about my iPhone 7 Plus. I don't know what it was. My S8 just didn't take as good photos. Now, I absolutely have been waiting forever for the iPhone to get wireless charging, and I love that this phone has wireless charging. But I gotta say, I never once used the wireless charging feature on the Galaxy S8. So super convenient to have, but never used it. But again, that fast charging though, that was awesome. Bixby, absolutely useless, never used it, bleh. But OK Google, I really, really liked it. That is an amazing search assistant, voice assistant, whatever you want to say. And you guys can kind of tell, Google just made a bunch of hardware announcements that seem super awesome. And OK Google is going to continue expanding and being amazing. And to be honest, it was way better than Hey Siri. But hopefully with the iPhone 10 and future updates, Siri's going to get a lot better. But yes, I absolutely loved OK Google and getting to use that all the time. Can't complain about the Google Play Store. Everything I could have wanted to find on iOS, I found on Android, which worked out great. So actually, on that note, if you want to see a What's on my Android video, which I actually don't think I've ever done, that'd be kind of fun to show you guys. And if you want to see a What's on my iPhone video, the iPhone 10's coming out super soon. So smash that like button if you want to see either of those, and I'll try to make it happen. Now, what I've been noticing around is that almost anywhere that accepts Apple Pay will also take Samsung Pay. And I gotta share a story. I was actually out at the beach, about to go buy some ice. I forgot my wallet. Luckily, I had my card number memorized, and I just ended up setting up Samsung Pay right there in that store, and it worked perfectly. So I gotta give a shout out to Samsung Pay. Again, wherever there's Apple Pay, so far I've noticed also has Samsung Pay. Now, from being mainly an iOS user, jumping to Android was kind of weird for me because there was so much customization, which is awesome. It was a bit overwhelming at first, but again, I think it's pretty cool that you can do that. However, overall, do I really care that much about that? No, because I actually really like iOS and I like how clean it is. Sure, there's not that much customization, but they did such a good job creating that software that, hey, most things you really need, you already have, and it keeps it nice and simple. And for this minimalist, I was totally happy with iOS, and I kind of think I prefer it. The edge-to-edge display on the S8 was pretty cool, even having the apps that you could swipe in from the edge, but really they weren't that useful. I mainly just used that to swipe in to get to either the calculator or to my alarm clock, and that was about all I used that for. Now, the fingerprint sensor. It's a pretty standard, nice fingerprint sensor, but the placement of it, my gosh, Samsung, what were you thinking? They put it right next to the camera lens on the back side of the phone, and I cannot tell you how many times I just smudged up my lens on my camera trying to unlock my phone. So overall, I just ended up turning off that feature and I just didn't have my phone locked with a fingerprint. Now, one way to fix this is with a case that has a special cutout. So some cases have a giant cutout, which doesn't help you at all. But I actually saw some different cases that had cutouts where it had 3 different cutouts, one for the flash, one for the lens, and one for the fingerprint sensor. And that just kind of gave you a little feeler for where the fingerprint sensor was, and it made me touch the lens less, but still a decent amount. So again, like I said, just turn that feature off in general. Now, like I said, this phone is designed incredibly beautifully, but with that glass back, you gotta be nervous about breaking it, cracking it, and you also gotta watch out for those fingerprints. So I personally scoured the internet, did lots of research, tried out over 8 different cases bought with my own money, and I ended up just coming back to this one specific case. And what's cool about it is that it's extremely minimal. If you guys know me, you know that I love the Katabi cases for my iPhones. They're super minimal, nice and thin, and they're very similar to these cases. The biggest thing for me is that some of the other cases I tried were just so bulky. Some of them were kind of weirdly colored or weirdly textured, but the most important thing was that they all had this one big cutout, or maybe 2 cutouts, for the camera lens, the flash, and the fingerprint sensor on the back. Whereas this case, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on for you real quick, show you how easy it is to install it, just like that. It has 3 separate cutouts, so when you're feeling for the fingerprint sensor, almost every time, you can kind of feel around and just find it because of those cutouts, and I loved that. Overall, this is the best case that I found out there for the Galaxy S8 and my personal favorite. And like I said, I found this case on my own with my own money, and that's why I want to tell you guys about this case. It's pretty cool. I personally bought the black ones, but I found out that they have other colors as well. They got a red one, they have black like I said, a smoke gray, a clear one, and a light blue color. Whatever your heart desires, they got some different colors for you to choose from. Nice and thin, have great cutouts that are super precise, and they give you a little extra texture. But what's awesome about this specific case, the company's called Minimal, and I love how they spelled that too, MNML, that's awesome. Actually, very minimal. And what they wanted to do was keep things nice and simple, so they literally have no branding on it, and their company motto is awesome. It's a quote from Leonardo da Vinci, and it says, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." That's awesome. This case isn't necessarily for drop protection, it's for the looks, the aesthetics, the grip, and just a little bit of scratch protection. Now, I honestly think that the best part about these cases, and what I think you'll love as well, is that they're currently on sale for just $15. They're super cheap, I think they're great cases, they look awesome, and they add like no bulk whatsoever to your phone. Look at that. Look how thin this thing is. Love that. For those of you that stuck around to the very end for the special announcement, I'm hooking up one of you awesome people out there with a really good deal on this phone. I am selling this S8. Now, let me explain, because this is almost a brand new S8. So what happened was, I thought I could be cool, take off my case a day and just kind of enjoy having my phone be naked. And of course, my phone would drop on that day when I was getting out of my car, just freak accident, fell out of my pocket, and it was the worst thing ever. If you've ever dropped your phone, just knowing that feeling, watching it fall down, hit the floor, and picking it up and having it be shattered, oh my gosh, it was awful. But luckily, I had a pretty good insurance with my phone plan, so I was able to get a brand new phone, which is this specific one right here. It's literally almost new, only used for a little bit. I'm gonna be selling this phone at a super fire deal. So if you're actually interested in buying this phone, you need to hit me up on Twitter because it'll be first come, first serve. And what's awesome is I'm going to go ahead and include all 5 colors of this awesome case, my personal favorite case, brand new ones, not opened or used ones. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in there for free with the phone when you buy it, 5 of these cases. Now some of you might be saying, Jerry, overall you said you like this phone, so why are you selling it? Well, like I said, I just wanted to try this phone for fun, and the iPhone 10 is coming out very soon, and I would love to pick that phone up for you guys, but I kinda need some moolah to do so. So in order to make some awesome content for you guys about the iPhone 10, I gotta sell this puppy, and even though I loved it, I don't think it'll be my daily driver since I am so heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem with my MacBook Pro, with my iPad Pro, with my Apple Watch, and hopefully soon with the iPhone 10. It just kind of made more sense for me to stick with iPhone, and it's personally what I like better, so I am selling this phone, and it'll be a fire deal because like I said, this is a almost brand new phone that you guys are getting for a really good price. Plus, I'm throwing in 5 of these awesome cases. First come, first serve. Gotta hit me up on Twitter if you're actually interested to find out what the price is. My Twitter and all my social media down in the description below. Again, if you would like to see a what's on my Android or even a what's on my iPhone video, make sure to smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Jerry Land. It is great to be back, and to the next one and beyond. If you're a new viewer and you don't know what that means, I love Buzz Lightyear, and that's a little play on words for his quote, to infinity and beyond.